There's a town where everyone forgot their names? But how did this happen? Cool. Well, it all started when a man named William Shakespeare was born in the year 1564. And you would be right. But that's not important right now. All the Williams hated it. They couldn't even get into the pub without causing an enormous fight. Good. So they did what any reasonable people would do. They all changed their names. The men became doctors, the women became nurses, and the children became supermen. Brr. And for a while, peace returned to the town. What's important to remember is that William Shakespeare was the first of his name. The end. Could. The village elders wanted to honor this by making sure that every single person born in the village from that day forward would also be named William Shakespeare. And to celebrate this momentous occasion, they named him after the first king of England, Kai. He went to the pub, wrote down all the names of all the Williams, and then went to the post office to send the list to the Queen. Quinst. Once the Queen received the list, she realized that there had been a mistake. She hadn't meant to summon all those poor, unfortunate souls. So she sent back a letter saying, "Never mind, you can keep your name." God? And what was his name? Key. Could've you guessed it? King Henry VIII. Oh, Con. And all the heads turned to look at Norman, who had just gotten done fixing the roof. "That's me," he said proudly. The salesman smiled and said, "Great, because I have some very important news for you." He handed Norman a letter and then left town. Now, you might be thinking, wait a second, didn't William Shakespeare have a son named Hamnet? As you can imagine, things got a little confusing. But then one day, a traveling salesman came to town. Good. When Norman opened the letter, it read, "Go. You are hereby summoned to appear before the Queen and King James I to answer for the crime of being named, Could, William Shakespeare." Norman panicked. He had never met James I. Beck. In fact, he had no idea who any of the other 19 Williams in town were. He didn't know them because they had all changed their names. So Norman did the only logical thing he could think of. And that is how the town got its name back.